for the third time today. Oh my goodness gracious.
Go home.
I'm doing so much. I've already exerted like my whole energy. Like I'm done now. Fuck the show. I'm tired. No guys, that's as loud as I've gotten for a while, except for when I was streaming. But aside from that though, hello for the third time. Saw you guys very early this morning. Saw you guys in the afternoon. And saw you guys yet again right now. So what is up? We are Double Toasted Pre-Show. We are the Chat Attack. We're gonna hang out with you guys, shoot the shit for a little bit. Corey should be starting, and I would probably assume like 10 minutes, but we all know Corey Coleman. That's probably not gonna happen. But Alan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. Got blasted on the internet for thinking, a particular title sucked, and not the one you think.
Yeah, which is kind of funny considering that like a lot of people kind of feel the same way I think I feel. But you're gonna be the one person that says, no, that's not so bad. But the one that you hate, I'm like, holy shit, yeah, that's pretty bad too. But Jed, how you doing?
I'm sleepy.
Yeah, me too. I'm very sleepy. I'm so goddamn sleepy. I want to go to sleep right now, but I can't because I'm going to be hanging out with you guys. The thing is, though, hopefully I didn't make you guys go to sleep this morning. So, here's the thing. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock CST, that's going to be the time now. I don't know how I'm going to handle that one, but 9 o'clock tomorrow CST is going to be the second episode of the DT editing booth. I'll be hanging out with you guys talking about our editing, essentially what happens tonight on What Up Son. So if you guys want to throw some stuff out there, go ahead and let me know so I can find out what topics to do. But what are you going to say there, Alan?
You have one goal with the show.
What?
Sorry, two goals. One, you have to make it more than 3 episodes before you just abandon it. And 2, you need to have more episodes than Will's show.
Oh, that's not gonna be too hard. Will's show was like fucking. It was 3 seasons with or worth. So, I mean, 8 on the first one, 12 on the next one, 12 on the last one. So essentially,
wait, he had that
episodes.
many? I thought he had like 6.
Well, because here's the thing though, is like those shows would change so drastically because like the first one was just me and him and in interviews, and the second one was him and Ian, and then the third one was him, Ian, and then Ian left and Aaron came on. Yeah, so it was very strange how that worked out. But yeah, man, no, I'll definitely be able to be Will's show. I think the main goal I need to do is make sure to entertain people because I was wondering, man, I was like, I hope you guys are having fun in there and everything, but like I actually didn't like too much of what I did.
I laughed my goddamn ass off when I came in. I was like, oh, how's the stream doing? So we're going to watch this video render. I'm like, oh boy. I wish I was there to help, but good luck with this motherfucker.
I know, dude.
You had it.
I was like going on DT Bites, the channel. I'm like, so guys, it's Double Toasted. You're on Twitch. You can watch like long versions that are uncensored, but make sure to come and watch the edited, shittier version of whatever. Like, what the fuck?
By the way, everyone, stay tuned for Nick's next show where you watch loading screens for video games.
Yeah, shit, that's already happened so fucking much. Like Fall Guys. Just watch this guy fall infinitely as we wait to enter a room on the fucking video game. Like, oh. So bad.
No. As I get around, you work with the audience. Everyone in the chat seems to be enjoying themselves. I told you before you start this. People love fucking seeing the behind the scenes shit. So you'll get your audience.
Yeah, man, it'll be fun though. Hopefully everyone had a good time with it. And if you guys didn't, let me know. And then also too, like if you did have fun with it, then continue having fun. Come chill with me. It'll be cool as shit if you guys are in there. Just kind of give me ideas, talking shit about what my editing is too. Like that'd be fun. I can just defend it. Be like, hey, fuck you, I like it. No, it was pretty cool. Marissa says, that's why I don't watch the YouTube videos with the exception of the interviews. Yeah, same here. Like, the interviews, I will say, when I do an edit on an interview, it actually is way better because I'm adding lots of stuff. But, man, dude, like, that fucking, the regular videos is almost like having Twitch be a free place for all these videos for Double Toasted is kind of, like, almost too convenient, right? Like, why would I ever...
No, people do that all the time. Twitch gets you the money, but YouTube gets you the exposure. It helps out. Like, oh, hey, you want to watch more? Check out the Twitch.
That's true, yeah. Marissa's like, the text is really big. That's what she said. Ain't that right, Alan?
No, I got something else I was typing.
What were you going to say?
Oh, you'll see.
You motherfucker. Fuck you, man.
Look, man, Nick's been working really hard to learn how to read.
Dude, I forgot what happened, like, even on the show. Oh, no, I was reading somebody's name right, and you're like, it's nice to see Nick can read. It's like... No one gets the reference, and
it doesn't matter. It's fucking funny to me. That's all that matters.
Oh shit, Ace Rock, y'all thought you were gonna get that toasty without me, didn't you? The toasty goodness, you mean? Not just the toasty. I'm not gonna get the toasty by itself. Supercalifragilistic. Fuck you, Ryan.
Expialidocious.
Oh, say the whole thing, bitch.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You didn't even do a good job on that, Jet.
I did better than you did.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. No.
I just fucked up the last syllable. Wow, Jet can just do anything. But, oh, Jet did such a great thing.
No,
But
Jet did a great job right there. Wait, why you want to take away things
You
from
do that
women?
all the time. You said yesterday without remorse. I tell you like a day in advance, don't watch that shitty movie. You're like, I'm gonna watch that shitty movie. Hey Jet, you want to watch? That movie sucks. You know what, Jet? You're probably right.
Well, and in my defense, Jet was right.
I was right too.
But Jet was more
I
right.
have spoken.
Shut up, Jet.
No, it's funny though, cause like Alan doing it. I don't know why, but there's a piece of me that's like, dude, I almost wanted to defend a movie just because you didn't like it.
Again, this is what I deal with. This is a fucking asshole I deal with. Where it's like, it can be like the fucking shittiest thing in the world. Oh, the worst Halloween movie is Resurrection. He goes, well, no, actually, it's good. It's like, fuck you.
No, you know what's funny though, dude, is like, cause I went back and watched a Mortal Kombat review, which was longer than the movie, by the way. But I looked at that, and like, there's a part in there where, okay, remember when Ganja got mad at me about Spider-Man: Homecoming, and he was like, "Man, you talk shit about the movie for a fucking hour," and all of a sudden, it was 4 out of 5, like or whatever. So me and you, dude, like, we're like, I love this movie. It's like a 4 out of 5, fucking great, blah blah blah. But every single thing I said in the review was talking shit about that fucking thing. Like, man,
because you talk shit a lot, and I was defending it because that's what I gotta do. I gotta deal with your bullshit. Good thing we're talking about Marvel today. Holy fucking shit.
Oh yeah, so I don't even know if you noticed. Marissa certainly did, but I named this.
Phase Bore.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really. I would say you're really creative, but you just stole my joke with the whole boring lands. And
boring land sounds terrible, by the way. That's a.
Oh yeah, but Phase Bore is so creative. It's the same fucking nomenclature.
No, what? Nomenclature.
Big words. It's when Jet teaches you advanced reading, you'll get to it.
Oh no, you better explain this. Now you want to be a smart ass. Let me see. What's nomenclature?
It's okay, Nick. You get there.
Just tell me what it is, bitch.
No.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up right now.
Do it. Good luck spelling it, bitch.
No, shit. Easy as fuck. Look, I didn't even need to be corrected. It says a device in your choosing of names for things, especially in science or other discipline. Fuck, you're probably right. God damn it.
Oh yeah, it's almost like I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh wow, well, it looks like I got a small penis.
Now I gotta look up it on Google because Google will prove me right.
Sometimes Google is the right thing.
Let me go through my next defense mechanism by insulting him.
You know what? You know what?
Fucking keyboard warrior.
You want to know something else? You know what you are, dude?
What?
Gay.
Oh. We're right in fucking early 2000s for insults, y'all.
So
because you know there's probably another word for the early 2000s you want to call me, but he can't do that on the internet anymore.
I know. Hey, dude. Here's the thing. Here's another good joke. Over here it says people ask who's the world's gayest. Alan Shakazine.
Wait, that's actually a question?
Yeah, I don't.
So is that an answer?
Yeah, why? Okay, so Joel Darkman is an American writer. Why is he the gayest? He is author of 3 gay-themed books. Gay Haiku. Oh, probably one of those volleyball things. Swish and Quest become the gayest person ever, and what ended up happening instead. Oh my god, I want to read these.
I'm surprised that's a question, but I'm surprised there's also an answer.
And these seem legitimate. There's dates on them. It's like, yo, go look it up, bitch. Like, holy crap. Like,
he's an American composer, but why does that mean he's the gayest?
Yeah, like, hold on.
What's the metric on that?
I gotta look.
I mean, that's quite an accomplishment to be the absolute gayest.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
So remember, if you can't be the absolute best at one thing, be the absolute best at something no one ever thought was a competition.
Dude, by the way, I just want to say too, like, these questions I can tell are written by people that don't know shit about gay people, or whatever, or like probably like conservative people. Because like, look at this shit. What does LGBTQ stand for? What is the meaning of LGBT flag? I don't know. Flags are usually used to show pride of like the shit that you're into. Like,
well, it's probably a connection. Bro, it's an extrapolation of the original question of what it stand for. So what does the flag also stand for? Because you're wondering that shit. But man, again, Yahoo, like the internet was one of the weirdest things in human existence. Because back in the day, if you had a question, you either went to the priest, the doctor, or the police officer, whatever version, sheriff, whatever law enforcement. That's what happens when you ask a question, or your dumbass neighbor. The internet made it so that any dumbass with a dumbass question can ask the void and they'll get an answer back. It's both incredible and just hilariously stupid, like when Yahoo Answers shutting down, and some of the worst questions you've ever heard in your life are there.
Yeah, and by the way, yeah, Ryan, like, because that's what I read over right now, but yeah, he apparently made a book and short film to quote, "Be the gayest ever." But it's like,
That makes sense.
But there's never like a be the straightest ever. I don't know. I'm not trying to like judge or anything.
Oh my god, that's where this is going.
What?
Don't what me?
What?
By the way, guys, click that because when he goes what, he knows exactly what the fuck you're talking about. He's just fucking with you.
I didn't do nothing.
Oh bullshit! Jen, am I right?
Hey, it's going to a certain question, like a certain thing that was asked in our personal hangouts. That
And
he's
Nick,
still
by the way,
kind
like
of
6 months ago, and he's not let it go.
Oh, are you talking about the straightometer?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm telling y'all. No, I'm gonna tell this story.
Oh my
I'm telling this
god!
story. I'm not embarrassed by it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you are.
Because this is what I mean. Because people don't even know how
Should be.
disrespectful they are to gay people, and it's not me, by the way.
Are you sure? You want me to rewind the last 30 seconds?
No, because this is not the gay meter. This is the straightometer. Okay, that's the thing. I put the focus on the straight. Okay, and in a bad way.
Right.
I hate straight people. But here's the thing, though. Or not. I don't hate straight people. Fuck.
Wow,
All I'm
man.
saying, though,
Form a
essentially-
sentence.
So here's what I'm saying. Essentially, is we all have this group call. It's like it's 6 of us, maybe 8 of us, whatever the case. It doesn't matter. Numbers, who gives a fuck, right? So we're all in there, right? And I was saying, I was like, hey, out of all of us, to be honest, I think I'm the most straight. Not, it's not important or anything. I don't want a prize or whatever. But like, I think I'm the straightest guy. And there's this other guy that was on the show with us playing Warzone recently. His name's 90s, and he was one of their co-hosts. And the thing is, this guy is kind of robotic in a sense of like he's very stoic. He doesn't talk a whole lot about certain things. He's always quiet, like, hey man, yeah, I like to play video games. Oh yeah, like he's very, very chill the whole time, right? For some reason, Roxy and Jed are like 90s. He's the straightest. And I'm like, dude, no, he's not. He doesn't do anything. Like me, I will risk looking like a guy who doesn't like gay people because of how fucking toxic masculine I am. I had toxic masculinity.
Consistently on this show bring up the male physique in a way that is exemplary towards them and jealous.
I'm
you
secure.
literally had 20 minutes of our fucking review with Without Remorse talking about Michael B. Jordan's abs.
The whole movie, his shirt's off, basically.
We had 3 weeks in a row where every fucking episode you brought up something in relation to someone's dick and then consistently asked your girlfriend if you would fuck him.
Okay, yeah, but that's still straight.
90s never did any of that shit.
No, but you know what 90s
At
did
all.
do? You know what 90s did do?
Oh, guys, hear this stupid shit.
Yeah, no, guys, be ready to fucking agree with me.
Be ready to disagree with this guy, please.
So here's the thing, guys. 90s spent Thanksgiving. You know the time you're supposed to hang out with like your family and shit and like have turkey or whatever the fuck normal people do? Well, this dude hung out with 2 dude friends and slept in a room with all 2 of them or whatever. They're all in the same room sleeping. And I'm not saying that's gay, but what I'm saying is I have never had that in my history, which would indicate that
You don't have friends.
Yes, and that's a very straight thing too. By the way, thank you for making my point. But like another
Never
thing,
had, like, you never
What?
had when your friends sleep over and just have them sleep on the floor.
Okay, well, like so that's happened, but I didn't like I didn't fly somewhere. Like I'm telling you, like they literally had a vacation where they flew.
They don't live in the same
States away.
state. What do you want to do? Put a Zoom call
That's
and
a
a
weird
webcam
thing.
on?
That's a weird thing. That's
How is
or it's
that
not,
weird?
No, it's my bad. It's not weird. It's not weird. But what I'm saying is, if you're a detective, you're like, okay, let me try to find something that's gay. If you're a detective, you're like, let me try to see if there's anything.
My
here
gay
that
dog
might
going,
be-
oh no, he spent time with his friends. Get him.
I'm just saying, if there's a slight chance that someone was going around like, look, there's nothing gay about you, but I'm gonna find something. You would stop at that point where it's like, wait, what'd you do on Thanksgiving of 2016? Oh, you
I
slept with 2
spent
other
time
men?
with friends. Okay, then the gay dog would go off to be like you for the last 3 fucking weeks.
Oh, I gave up.
You
I
say.
gave up on the streetometer because it's like, if I'm not gonna get #1 straight dude ever, then fuck you guys.
No.
Give me some pink.
My
You
thing
have-
is like, why do you want the #1 traits
know,
anyway?
'cause this is
That's who I am.
No, because Nick does not like to feel second to anything that might be a positive at some point in the future. He does not ever want to lose anything, no matter how much crazy bullshit he has to pull out the fight. If somebody feels a little superior to him, he will find a way to destroy it in every single
Well,
way.
if it's
This
not
man
earned-
just said he hung out with his buddies, so he's more gay than he is.
But here's the thing, though, dude. It's like that situation too. By the way, is one of those. Oh, and I found out that well, actually, I can't even say some other shit. But it just there's other reasons why I would think
This
that.
man's gonna pull out secrets just to prove a point.
No, because it's like, why did Roxy and Jet say, "Oh, he's a straightest"? You did that just to get at me. You did that
No,
just
they
to make me feel
didn't.
like I'm not #1.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't even thinking about you when basically saying that. I was just like, yeah. Now you just comes off as
Okay,
the straight
explain
person.
to me how I'm not number one in straightest. Please give me one fucking reason other than the dicks.
4 minutes ago. 4 minutes ago.
The fact you're arguing so much about it, just like you're trying to go lower in that list. You're like third or fourth.
Who the fuck is above me?
I've never met a man fight so hard over something that means literally nothing to nobody.
It means something to me, damn it.
No, it doesn't. You know what it is? It's like the people would rate each other at schools or some shit. Like, oh, you're a 4, you're a 5. Nick would get a lower score than some other guy and then fight him.
Look, I either want to be the gayest person or the straightest person.
Okay, you know what? Fine. We'll give you that fucking award. You can be the gayest man on earth.
Yeah.
You just gotta fight John, whatever the fuck his name is.
Because you're around. I can't do that. You're gay as shit. Walking around with your bird and shit.
Wow.
I don't know.
Fellas, is it gay to have a bird?
It might be. I don't know. You flapping your wings.
You have a cat, so go fuck yourself.
Thank you, Gene. He says, Nick, nothing is gay until you do something sexual. Exactly.
That is not true at all. No way.
Yeah, actually, no. I know you're right. Actually, that's not true. It fit me though. It fit me. So I wanted to use it.
Oh man, I'm not gay. It's like that's not how that works. Nick, that's Corey calling you going. Yo, man.
I gotta go. Thank you, Corey.
It's gonna be like the TI. Yo, man. That means you can't. We didn't talk about a goddamn thing on this show. I want to point out.
I mean, we got. We let everyone know basically there's basically a straight meter when it comes to our call. So.
The gay to spend time. Thank you for making that poll. I don't know how to make polls on Twitch. I'm like, is it gay to spend time with your friends? That legitimately, like, because Nick will always find a way, like, no matter what it is. At one point, it was a discussion about stubbornness. Someone brought up, hey, who's the most stubborn to call? And I was like, don't bring that the fuck up. Because Nick will, I don't know what, he will find a way to push me up there because it'll make him look better. I don't want to have that fucking discussion because that man will lose his goddamn mind.
What is this?
All right, what did you? Oh yeah, the T.I. No, it's a fucking, what the fuck's his name? Ice-T. T.I. is a completely different fucking person. Okay, you know what, Catburger, in the meantime, right now, Nick is currently on a call with Corey, which means the show is either going to be a little bit delayed or started up soon. In the meantime, we're going to shift over to the Marvel stuff. So I can't really show the images because I technically don't control the show, but for people that are wondering about the Phase 4, Marvel released Marvel released a trailer earlier today outlining the Phase 4. They did the dates, they did everything on there. As far as the names, we already knew most of the names. The two new ones were the one for the what the sequel is to Black Panther, but also what the sequel is to Captain Marvel. Those are the two new ones that we didn't know. Nick, are you back? Take that as a no.
Nope, he wasn't muted at all.
I'll talk about the one
yelling at him.
Oh, probably. I'll talk about the one that's way worse, and then Jay, I don't know if you agree with me. The Captain Marvel sequel being called The Marvels is one of the worst names I've ever heard for a superhero fucking title. It's like, what are we going to call the sequel? I don't know. Put an S at the end of it. You're kidding, right? No. The Loki thing was really bad, and people complained about it. Yeah, just do the same fucking thing. Sorry, that looks terrible. Like, the Marvels? What the fuck's that?
No,
I think the logo looks bad, but I don't really have a problem with the title.
It's stupid.
Because the thing is, I mean, they are having like both Marvel characters in there, so I guess it fits. The actual like look of it, it kind of looks ugly.
They just took a fucking marker and just drew a fucking shitty ass.
Just something about this where it's silly to me because I'm looking at it, I'm like, Marvel Studios presents the Marvels, who stars Captain Marvel. You know, like Marvel.
Well, like Captain Marvel it's supposed to be a celebration of the entire, it's a character that's supposed to be a celebration of the entire comic genre, which is fine. I mean, then again, there is an image for Image Comics, but it's like, whatever. We want to celebrate the fact that we've been around for this fucking long. But unfortunately, the existence of Captain Marvel basically got rid of the other person named Captain Marvel, which was Shazam, because that person was named Captain Marvel because it was to basically show respect to Marvel Comics. But Marvel, since they own the fucking name, said, yeah, go fuck yourself, DC. We're going to create our own character. So he had to be called Shazam.
But which I'm fine with because Shazam is like, he keeps saying Shazam. He doesn't go Marvel. So
but his name is Captain Marvel. Shazam is the god that gives him the power. But it's like they were able to find an easy cop out that didn't necessarily change the lore. But there are people that are like, wait, which Captain Marvel? It's like, no. The DC one isn't that, they don't call him Captain Marvel. Though if you do go back and go old comic books before the rights changed, like 80s, you'll actually see them refer to him as Captain Marvel. It's kind of nuts. Look it up. I recommend it.
That's some confusing ass shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, rights issues are a bitch. That's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, but like one that I didn't like very much. And by the way, I just for now on this character's name, when I see it, I'm like, fuck you. I'll never forgive you. I'll never fucking forgive you. Thor: Love and Thunder. For one, the 80s shit. Can you stop?
Why do you hate?
Cause that motherfucker sucks with a stupid fucking hammer. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like,
Thor, okay. Thor is a cool ass fucking hero. Like, straight up one of the coolest. Like, he has a cool power. He has a cool power subset. He has a lot of stuff going on with his background and his lore. And yeah, he goes toe to toe with the Hulk consistently. I love that shit.
nah. And then like another thing too, Love and Thunder. What is it gonna be about? Fucking love.
I just bring up all these reasonable points, and it goes no, moves on.
Well, cause I know how you and I are. We just are so. I love my own opinion. So it's like there's no way. There's no way I'm going to see your point because it's totally against mine. But the thing is, though, it's like another situation on this, the Love and Thunder thing. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, obviously Thunder because Thor, blah, blah, blah. But the love part, I'm like, don't tell me I'm going to have to deal with you and that one fucking bitch from Men in Black and Ragnarok where it's like, oh, like, we're going to go back to being like like, hey, we might have a romantic whatever the fuck thing. It's like, I don't want to see that. I don't give a shit.
Okay, you're good. You don't have to because it's not that's bad. It's most likely going to be Natalie Portman from the original first two movies.
Ugh, that was bad too. Yuck.
Wow. No pleasing this motherfucker, huh?
Yeah, it's almost like that fucking series from Thor sucks.
I'll be honest, I didn't like Natalie Portman.
Oh, she was fucking terrible. I think
Alan,
honestly, I'm gonna say this.
That was stupid. You just said I'm ugly and fat.
Because I knew. Because again, I put you in a trap. You're gonna talk shit no matter goddamn what. Like no matter fucking what. But at the end of the day, I don't think Natalie Portman's a good actress. I'm just gonna say it straight up. Okay. I think she's like minimalistic at best, and for some fucking reason, people think she's a great fucking actor. And don't worry, I know you guys are gonna bring up the one fucking movie no one gives a shit about. And no, it's not Leon the Professional. They bring up Black Swan, and the only reason y'all like that movie is because Mila Kunis eats her out halfway through. I don't think you actually like the movie. I think you just like the lesbians in them.
Yeah, no, that's another thing too. Also bringing up, and I know we're just, we're going all over the place, but there's a lot of stuff they show at the end of this fucking thing. Doctor Strange in a multiverse of long fucking movies.
I like that one, not the name, because it's a reference to the Mouth of Madness, so Lovecraft, which means they might have a more kind of occult horror going on. Now, of course, it's still Disney, so it's going to be PG-13, but they can get away with a lot of PG-13. We saw that with Infinity War, where they straight up choked the dude out and his eyes were bleeding. Like, they can do a lot. Yeah, it's not going to be as bloody as a typical, horror movie. But I like, again, and Doctor Strange to me, the first movie has a lot of issues. But I love the creativity they had with the world and the powers. So if you're going to just do that again and explain the multiverse, yeah, fucking go for it.
And Black Knight, thank you for them bits, man. He says there was no need to call Tessa Thompson a bitch. You're probably right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, she is a treasure, and you'll respect her.
And she also defended cuties, so wow, she has a good head on shoulders too. That dumb fucking broad. Anyway,
look, man.
Sorry.
I just love her. Every single thing I've seen her in, I've loved her. So.
I know. I'm sure she's a great actress, but it's like, I mean, we got rid of Gina Carano because she shared a tweet. So
okay, that's fucking different. She was like fucking.
Hey,
like,
it's way worse to talk about Nazis than it is to enjoy 14-year-olds twerking on camera.
Comparing Republicans to the literal Holocaust. I mean, hey, if you want to draw straws, sure, but that's kind of different.
I'm just saying, can we live in a world where they're both bad? That maybe pedophilia.
Yeah, they are both bad, but one is way fucking worse.
One's worse, yeah, but also, the one's bad too.
I don't like pedophilia. It's not, but it's a fictional movie versus the literal Holocaust.
I know, but also pedophilia.
Yes, but also the Holocaust.
Yeah, but like you have the option to not liking both of them. that's
fair, but there's a difference. It's not like a 2-1. It's like the pedophilia, really bad. The Holocaust, one of the worst atrocities that's ever happened to humanity.
Yeah, but Gina didn't kill anybody. She shared a tweet.
She degraded the worst event in one of the worst events in human history.
There's a lot of people who've done it that are not canceled, and by the way, I'm glad she's canceled. I'm glad. I don't, whatever.
And cancel them too. Like,
yeah,
anyone that degrades the Holocaust should be canceled. That's a pretty easy statement.
And that's cool. But also, it's like Tessa Thompson. I don't know if it's because people like your nerd shit so much. You're just like, oh, let's fucking get on her knees, and then Wayne's World the fuck out of her. Like, oh, we're not worthy. And it's like, dude, like she ain't that fucking great. All right.
One, she is, and two, Gina was also part of the Mandalorian.
Did you watch Men in Black, the new one?
Yeah, I did. It was terrible.
Yeah, and you liked her in it, her boring ass, doing fucking nothing.
I liked her at the start.
No chemistry having ass with fucking Chris Hemsworth.
At the start of the movie, when she was kind of a crazy person that was clearly mentally unstable, and then halfway through the movie, we just completely forgot that.
Damn. Jesus.
That first half of the movie is a different movie than the second half.
I'm just saying that whole fucking movie sucks. She sucked and Thor Ragnarok sucked too. So
Not the worst Men in Black movie. Actually, never mind. It is. I don't hate 2.
Yeah, no, I don't hate 2 either. That one, I forgot what the fuck it's called. Men in Black Universe something.
No, it's just Men in Black International. Universe would have been a cooler name, but fuck, name shit.
So bad. They're saying we are entering the multiverse saga. So here's the thing about that. Tell me if I'm wrong, but like, what's her name? Is gonna be in this, right? Wanda.
Yes, basically Wanda's going to be in there, and she's either trying to fuck with the multiverse, because basically as a result of this stuff in Endgame, we de facto create the multiverse, and this is for common people, and I hope they go into it when it comes to Doctor Strange. But if people don't understand what a multiverse is, because they didn't understand Endgame because they explained it poorly, multiverse is the same universe we're currently in, with the same events, except for a major change. Elsewhere, think of it elsewhere for DC. There was a major event that happened that just either didn't happen or happened completely differently. It's usually along the lines of a hero. For instance, if Iron Man wasn't born or something like that, it's usually a hero either dying early, never being born, or some historical event happens that shifts a lot of stuff that goes on. That's usually the biggest changes. So you saw in Endgame, Loki disappearing. That would be an Elseworld story. We had the Loki show. There was multiple other events that happened that we don't really know, but that creates a multiverse. So different people are going to go down different paths. Think of the Star Trek reboot. That is a multiverse where a single action happened to start, completely changes the trajectory of the characters. Their personalities will remain somewhat similar, but you'll start seeing different stuff happening. So with the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange always had the ability to actually peer into different multiverses. That was one of the tools he had in his Sorcerer Supreme outfit. So he's going to be able to basically look through and try to essentially document the multiverse.
Yeah, which is going to be a pretty cool thing, and I'm glad that he's doing that. I'm glad that WandaVision, someone's going to be connected with this, because here's the thing, I originally did not like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, this whole idea. I was like, this is fucking stupid. But at the same time, WandaVision actually kind of like made me grow up from that. But Jay, I'm going to ask you, are you slightly interested in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse?
I didn't even see the first Doctor Strange.
No, we did. We tried to for 10 minutes, and it was so fucking boring that we were like, you want to go to bed instead, or literally look at the wall, or anything else better than this fucking movie? And
I don't think that happened, but I think something else happened. We basically just put off watching it.
I could have sworn we were both bored.
No, because like 10 minutes into a movie, like that's not enough to be like, yeah, this is boring. I think something popped up to where it's just like we got distracted and we went back into it.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe she's right, guys. But me, I guess I'm in a shit mood, and I just fucking hate comic books in general. So that's why I'm talking.
Yeah, yeah. To Nick, it's like Nick, if he's in a bad mood and he already doesn't like comics, so like listen to immediately within the first 30 seconds does something, he's already out.
Oh bullshit! I sat there through 2 episodes.
I know he's gonna argue that shit. I literally just repeated what he just said. It's like, well, actually.
Well, no, because you took it like you went too far. Like I sat there and watched. I watched Infinity War all the way through, and it was silly for a whole.
Yeah, and that movie starts. Oh yeah, how does that movie start? A bunch of people get brutally murdered, and Thanos beats up the Hulk and then kills them.
And right after that, it's a lot of like, hey, like fucking, let's go outside New York. Oh, he's throwing a tree at me. Holy shit! Which
again, it goes into shit that's not immediately like jaw dropping. He hates it because that's who Nick is.
That is so you. You're describing.
How is it me? I love that movie.
Not with that movie, because you pick and choose. By the way, you make sure that it fits your bias, because you're like, oh, that's nerd shit. He has a cape on.
Fucking rich coming from you.
But the thing is, though, it's like for you, how many animes have you stopped watching halfway? Like you don't even give it a quarter of the way through.
One.
How many fucking?
You can only name one. Name more than one.
A lot.
Name them. Name a couple.
I don't know.
Name more than one.
Leave me alone. You're picking on me, dude.
No. Name more than one.
Guys, he's bullying me. Can you guys see that?
I fucking dare you. You can't.
He's bullying me.
I'm right now currently watching Hunter x Hunter.
I'm fucking tired, by the way.
I'm on season 4 of Hunter x Hunter. Like, I've watched through the entirety of Demon Slayer. Fullmetal Alchemist is my favorite anime.
You're just naming shows you like. Name the ones you don't like.
Every anime I picked, I've generally enjoyed.
Oh, bullfucking shit.
Yeah. Except for Nana, and it's not like I hated it, I just didn't like it.
You said those big-headed bitches. No, he didn't say that. But he did say he didn't like it because he was like, oh, man, like, it's their story. Where's the special effects? Where's the fireballs?
Never said any of that. I just
you were thinking that.
I literally said it's not clicking for me. And it's like, okay, people have their
capes
own...
and fucking swords and shit.
Again, I want to point out that Jen was the one that was calling me out for over a year, and then she's like, well, watch Hunter x Hunter. And I'm like, Hunter x Hunter's fantastic.
No, because that's the same thing. Going walking around, I'm gonna kill a big or capture a big fucking super duper whale because God picked me out of the bunch to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, and then he subsequently gets his ass kicked in every single fight for that entire season. He loses every fight in that entire season.
The small fights are low stakes.
He loses every single one.
You and Jet defend that fucking kid like he is.
Because you hate him because he's happy.
Yeah, too fucking happy. People are dying.
God forbid he's happy.
People are dying. And he's just like,
yeah?
oh, that looks interesting. I mean, it could be dangerous,
but
it's an anime, so I know I'm not going to lose. Let me go over there.
He literally gets his ass kicked every single fight.
Him and Kelly make it out when the fucking camera's not on them.
That literally never happened. They're both children.
I guarantee you. Come get some going. Okay. With stupid fish.
This man is nuts and he hates friendship. We now have 2 points of proof.
The whole
this
time.
Man does not like friends.
Dude, by the way, I just been feeling Jet's eyes on me.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just drinking this fucking blue goodness, an excellent source of B vitamins, like blueberry drink.
That does sound, man, you kind of sold that on me. I want to get some Sonic after this shit.
But back to the Phase 4. We should probably finish off with, I guess, one of the biggest titles. The Black Panther decided to go with the Batman naming convention for their sequel and calling it Wakanda Forever. So we know the next one is going to be called Wakanda Returns, and then Wakanda and Latveria, and then once they have to reboot it, it's going to be called Wakanda Begins, then Wakanda the Wakanda Night, and the Wakanda Night Rises. Then I think they ran out of Batman names, so I'm not sure what they're going to call it next.
No, then Wakanda versus Atlantis or something.
Oh my god! Yeah, Wakanda versus Atlantis. Dawn of the fuck would it? What would the title?
Dawn of the Marvels or Dawn of the Eternals or some shit. I don't know.
Dawn of the Eternals, bro. I didn't even think about that.
No, Dawn of the Avengers.
Dawn of the West Coast Avengers. Fuck it.
Yeah,
remember those motherfuckers.
I'm gonna be honest though. Once again, and here's the thing. So I'm sorry. Because I feel like when I talk shit about Black Panther or Wakanda, I'm talking shit about like a whole fucking group of people, and I don't mean it that way. All right.
Yes, you do.
No, because that's the thing. I'm scared about it because like when I didn't like the trailer before, people were like, "That was very ignorant of you. How dare you not like something?" I'm like, "Wow, you don't know me." But this is a stupid ass fucking name. That is terrible.
I like it.
And the idea that so many fucking white people, where they just think they win Black credit every time they fucking do that Wakanda chest fucking thing, Wakanda forever, and they do that voice, that fucking racist ass stereotype voice, Wakanda forever, doing that shit all the time, and everyone's like, hey, am I cool? Am I doing it right? Am I cool? Even Chadwick Boseman was like, please stop fucking taking pictures of me and force me to do that Wakanda forever shit. I'm in other movies. Please stop it. Like, dude, very bad. And by the way, it's like, you know, Wakanda Forever, no, it's not forever. And by the way, you should have like a more serious fucking title because like your main character's probably dead. So let's kind of like, I don't know, say a New Age or something. Like
Black Panther 2, he's dead. Like, what the fuck do you like? Wakanda Forever is a tagline. Wakanda Forever is a tagline of the people. And secondly, and most importantly of it, is even if Black Panther, because they're gonna have to have some funeral, they're gonna have some way to show that the Chadwick Boseman Black Panther.
I have an idea. Why call it
gone.
Black Panther? How about take out Black Panther, just Wakanda Forever? And now it's about Wakanda.
Okay, people have to superhero titles and superhero trailers are not made for superhero fans. They're made for people that don't know what the fuck's going on. So if you're just like, what the hell's Wakanda? Because you didn't pay attention in the fucking movie. Oh, Marvel Black Panther. Oh yeah, I recognize Black Panther. I'll go in and watch it. It's branding. It's why it's called Solo, a Star Wars story. People that know Star Wars know Solo, but you got to put a Star Wars story so people understand. But again, it's supposed to signify that, again, the movie's probably going to start with Chadwick, character having some version of a funeral. But guess what? Even if one Black Panther dies, it's Wakanda forever. It's a showcase that the city, the country will go on forever.
And that's fine, but can we call it Black Panther 2 then? Why does that be called just Black Panther Wakanda Forever? It's like, it's a weird, it just doesn't fit together. It's weird.
I think calling Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever would be way weirder.
Like, also, another thing, and not to keep going back, but, like, we might as well because the series sure the fuck is, but I don't like the name Avengers Endgame, too. Endgame? That's your name? You can't call it, like, End of the World or, the Death of Thanos or...
The Death of Thanos? Really?
Shit.
We're not going to the fucking Death of Wolverine
I'm coming
fucking title schemes.
I have no thing. I don't know. I'm just
Good.
saying.
At least you admitted it.
Yeah, because I mean, that's a pretty big decision. But it's like I'm not a fucking like me as one person. I'm just some stupid dumb guy who doesn't know shit about Marvel. But there's a whole fucking team with a bunch of nerds who made it in life, just kind of sitting there like, let's think about it. It's the end. I like video games. End game. Like
no, it was the showcase that this is the end of the 10-year arc, but also two of the most important characters of the entire franchise have said the words "end game" in relation to this fight. In your favorite Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, Tony Stark points up and goes, "That's the end game," and he's basically talking about like Thanos and his armies, like that. That's it. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna come down and invade us. We need to be fucking ready. That's why he goes and works to create Ultron. In Infinity War, Doctor Strange, when he goes through the fucking millions of different possibilities and finds the one that works out, goes again, talks to Tony Stark and goes, "Hey, we're in the end game right now."
I just anything that stupid. I don't know. No, I see what your point is, and I get the fucking like whatever. Like I'm not gonna fight too much with the end game thing, but like Jet, what do you feel about Wakanda Forever being like a sub name for Black Panther?
I don't have a problem with it at all. It actually kind of fits. Like they used Wakanda Forever in the first movie, like as like I said, like kind of a slogan or whatever for their people. So it makes sense.
They should have put like Revenge of
literally none like literally. I don't have a problem with any of these titles that they came out with.
Wait, you don't like that, Alan? Revenge of
No, because you're just gonna go to the fucking Halloween levels of fucking naming this shit. The curse of Black Panther.
Or how about Black Panther: Death of a King? That's such a good fucking. That's so good.
I don't know about that one because that just seems like they're trying to basically how do I say this, market off of his death.
That would also that would also be very disrespectful. That's why again, Wakanda Forever. It's like it shows like yes, it is sad at the mourning of the passing of this character, but Wakanda will be forever because again, that's probably what a lot of people's mind is like, yo man, Chadwick Boseman helped make Black Panther. If he's gone, does that mean this is over? It's like no, this character, this legacy will go on forever.
Yeah. The world is so rich that they built there. That's why it's like Wakanda in general, like that whole storyline, that whole universe is so much better written and just better thought out than this entire fucking Marvel universe shit. I'm almost mad that it's like, oh, in Phase 4, including Black Panther, Wakanda, it's like, man, they're above this shit. Like,
they left it to the very, very end as the biggest, like, what the hell? Because they're like, hey, they want people to gotta go through. It's like, hey, it's a celebration. That's what everyone thought of the movie. By the way, we're not gonna fucking let this character go. Like, Wakanda forever. Like, to me, that's probably the best thing they could have picked.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I felt the reason why I spent so much time talking about that, not just because of my anger, but just because like I'd much rather talk about Black Panther the sequel because it's like that's the only thing out of all these movies that are coming out soon that I give a shit about, and that's just a me thing, I'm just a grumpy fucking Diaz, so it is what it is. But it's like you look at all these other ones, and like especially like Shang-Chi and all that shit, and it's like I can see where a lot of this will go down being shitty or being like, hey, it's good for what it is. Meanwhile, Black Panther, it's like, man, like you guys don't have to do too much to be better than the first one, but like you also have to try too much to be better than all these movies, like. You can essentially just extend what you're already going to do with the first movie, whatever, and just make that amazing. And, I mean, there's lots of other things to it, too, like how are they going to handle not recasting T'Challa? Will we have a return of Killmonger? Will we have any kind of fucking around with the time stuff? Will Doctor Strange be in here to kind of lead to his movie? Maybe Captain America, you know what I mean? Because now the Falcon is now, Captain America. It's like...
The benefit of because right now people wondering what's going on with the MCU. The MCU is hitting the Silver Age, and what the Silver Age of comics, and I brought this up multiple times, is the Golden Age was the first time the introduction of Superman, Batman, the Justice League, all the the original versions of all these characters, and they went on for so long. But they wanted to change things out. They wanted to tell different stories. They wanted to tell darker, sadder, more emotional, or just more rich stories. And led into the Silver Age, where they basically just did weird shit. Right now, and introduced a lot of new people in that case to replace and basically get us a new audiences can come in. We're seeing that with Phase 4. I really think they shouldn't call it Phase 4 because I feel like this is the start of a new MCU where it's like we're going to finish off some of the character arcs with that's what WandaVision was, where we're going to add some more characters. That we're going to finish up Black Widow, but I think Black Widow is going to essentially establish a new Black Widow. Shang-Chi is new character. Wakanda Forever is going to
just
have
passing over licensing. That's another thing too. It's like these characters don't even have an identity now. It's just
not
now
yet.
you're the Captain America, now you're the Black Widow, now you're the this, now you're the that. It's like,
But that's what I mean. That's important though, because you're gonna have. I doubt they're gonna call the next Black Widow Black Widow. She's probably gonna have a different name. But this is gonna be the version of Natasha's story that leads into a new character. But yes, they are passing over licenses. But much like how Robin became Nightwing and became his own established hero, you're gonna start seeing that where it's like the Shuri, maybe she's being the new Black Panther. It's going to be a new direction for that character, but it's still maintaining the legacy of the old character. Same thing with Shang-Chi, completely new IP, but that's also going to establish its own world, much like Black Panther did. Like, you're starting to see you're going to see them taking more risks than they did prior. They have to anyway.
No, you're right. But I will say, like, yeah, I don't want this to be like. I actually compare it to like just other corporations that kind of fuck people over as far as like having licensing continue on, but not having an identity. With gaming, they do that with Metal Gear Solid. They do it with Call of Duty. With cars, they do that with like. Remember back in the day? Well, you probably don't remember, but like back in the day, it was always like oh, he's driving around in this fucking little piece of shit Volkswagen, right?
Sure.
But the thing is, like, that licensing continued on and continued on to the point where a Volkswagen is fucking amazing. A Volkswagen is this amazing new, fresh-looking, badass, futuristic car. It has no identity of Volkswagen at all. It just has the logo because it's just licensing. It's like, wow, it doesn't even matter that I have a Volkswagen. Just like with gaming, it doesn't matter that I'm playing the new Metal Gear Solid. This could have been any game. You just put that fucking logo on it and expect it to be like, oh, well, it's the same franchise. No, it's not. It's not even a fucking stealth game. And I'm looking at shit like this, and it's like, if they continue on, like, even with that show that just ended, Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's like, Bucky barely did Winter Soldier shit. I didn't like what he did. It wasn't anything close to the Winter Soldier movie. And Sam is... Why can't he just still be the Falcon? Why do you have to make him Captain America? That's stupid as shit.
No, he's taking up the mantle of his best friend, and he wants to show that because again, he tried to not. Again, the show starts off with him. He doesn't want to be Captain America too. It ending with he needs to protect his friend's legacy, which again, I want to see what that's going to happen when they give him a full movie. To the extent where I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think they were going to give him a starring role. I thought it'd be a situation like with Wanda, where it's like, oh, she gets essentially a dual role with some other movie. I thought they're going to like, oh, Shang-Chi 2, he's going to work with Captain America or some shit, or Wakanda, he's going to go there and join up because they helped him out. The fact that he's getting a starring role to me is extremely impressive. It just showcases that they care about the Disney Plus shows, which I honestly, before they started, I didn't think they gave a fuck, but clearly they're like, hey, these are going to be the in-between tidbits that are going to keep people going. And we're going to do whatever the fuck we want with our streaming services and universe. But at the end of it, it's like one of my favorite things in comic books is legacy. I hate that Batman has to keep being told Batman stories after 70 years. That's why I like Robin, and why I always say that Damian Wayne is the best Robin, because he's currently the worst character in the DC universe. Like, he's a little shit, but he has potential to be better. But they've never capitalized on that potential. But he has a chance to do that because we're done telling Batman stories. You're done telling Captain America stories with Chris Evans. You're not done telling Captain America stories with Sam Wilson. You have a lot you can do with that character. Black Panther, Chadwick's passing away is extremely sad. His sister, you can tell stories that maybe you want to do down the line, and you got to speed it up, but you can tell different stories now and go into a character's history that people don't even fucking know.
Yeah. But no, here's the thing. Just at the end of the day, I just want to say, and if there's anything I forgot as far as these movies are coming out, then go ahead and correct me and continue on. But for me, just to wrap up what I feel, the only thing I'm looking at where I'm like, okay, this could be interesting is the Eternals, just because of the fact that these are all brand new characters and they're trying to do a whole new thing. But with Guardians Volume 3 and all this other shit, it just seems like, wow, these are all obligatory releases that we're supposed to obligatorily be happy for because we all quote-unquote missed movie theaters. And it's like, yeah, dude, no, with the money that you guys have, you could be spending this doing a whole lot of new IPs, a lot, new shit, and instead you're just doing Phase 4 because we have to, because that's what you guys expect. And for me, I'm not excited. If anything, I'm dreading this shit like a motherfucker, because even in this show alone, guys, there's a lot of shit that just came out recently. You know what's trending more than everything combined? Fucking Marvel. And half of this fucking trailer was shit for the rest of the series. They're showing bootleg footage of people watching this shit at the movie theater going, ah! That's literally their trailer? Shit,
yeah, they're celebrating the entire MCU.
No, this is ridiculous. This is nostalgic for shit that came out 2 years ago. How are we
They're
nostalgic?
celebrating the biggest monumental feat in cinema history, and they're happy about it because it worked out.
They're happy about it because people hear more money. Disney keep fucking us. Like, yeah, that mouse is gonna pip slap you to the fucking to the grave.
We created the biggest crossover in cinematic history and did something that nobody ever thought was possible. Let's celebrate it. And Nick goes, no!
First of all, the best crossover in history is Freddy vs. Jason. Second one being the South American Avery Grogan nerd. Just putting that out there.
No. No.
I'm sorry. I mean, hey, the truth. Oh, and then Super Smash, Mortal Kombat versus DC. Now that's a good fucking crossover right there, dude.
I don't know. We're talking a list of worst crossovers.
Injustice 1, Injustice 2, fucking Mortal Kombat versus DC.
I'm going to point out to Kirk, I actually don't like Endgame, but I'm not stupid to say that it's not a monumental feat of cinematic history.
You're fucking wrong, bro. You're wrong.
We did this one movie requires you to have a decent knowledge of 20 other movies. Like, nobody's ever gonna do that again.
No, that's true. You might say, hey, at least it's not that piece of shit Hulk movie from 2003. You'd be thankful for that. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I don't like the Hulk movie, but it's better than a lot of the shit that's come out now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Alien's Hulk is not too bad.
No, it is. It's fucking terrible.
And the Incredible Hulk is actually way fucking Incredible Hulk is fucking good. Like
I don't know why people hate that movie. Legitimately, I don't know why people don't like that movie. That movie's everything you want in a Hulk movie.
Gary, there we go. That's my boy right there. I'm a fucking boy, bro. Yeah, Freddy vs. Jason, best crossover ever. Yes, thank you, sir. It totally is. They did.
No, it's not. It's a good crossover. It's not the best.
Yeah, it's alright.
No.
Yeah, keep in mind too, dude. Like fucking with Jason movies, there's 10 of them, and then Freddy there was at that time 7 of them. That's 17 movies built up this fucking fight.
Do you wish you had to? You basically only need to watch one of each to really understand what the fuck is going on.
Which makes a point that much more.
No, it doesn't actually. The best crossover of all time is the Batman and Superman crossover in the animated, the Batman animated series crossing over the Superman animated series because nobody ever tried that. Nobody ever thought it was possible. And when they advertised it, they were like, yo, man, this is either going to sink us or fucking make us. And it made them.
God damn it, Kirk. I know he's going to say it. Because I was hoping Alan wasn't going to say it because I fucking hate Ronnie Yu. And like, that's the only thing that
I don't have to fight that Freddy vs. Jason is not the best crossover. It does. The director does it himself.
Yeah, man, Ronnie, I don't like these characters. I don't like them. I don't like them. But, you know, Freddy, Jason, Shetty, you know, fucking Glove. Oh my god, who hired him? I can't even understand what the fuck he's saying.
He did a good movie. Stop like hating on people you can't understand.
God damn. Wow. And you know what? I can't even argue that that's what I'm doing. But you make me sound really racist.
I can't understand him. He's bad. He also made the best crossover of all time. Well, what the fuck do you want?
That's a great crossover because of Robert Englund and Ken Kirzinger.
He directed the movie.
Okay, for one, you gotta keep in mind too, directing doesn't mean that much. We gotta stop blowing up
every single Jason movie is garbage. And it's all directed by random people as trash.
Yeah,
there's only
that's the writing. That's the writing and the character that's bad.
And direction. The direction is also terrible too. That's a part of it too. The director steers the ship.
Yeah, but if the ship is made of wood and thatch and it's a piece of fucking garbage, guess what? The ship's gonna fucking...
Yeah, Jason. That's a Jason franchise in a nutshell. And imagine make the best Jason movie.
No. Here's the thing, though. I will say this. Man, I wish we could talk more about that, but, like, I'll give you another example. Titanic. I think it's a shitty movie. I fucking hated Titanic. But you know who directed that? One of the best directors ever, James Cameron. He had a goal, and he had a whole vision, and I don't like the vision. But fucking, he's amazing. I don't take nothing away from it. I don't like Avatar either. That's a piece of shit. I actually don't like The Abyss. I think that movie kind of fucking sucks. It did some really interesting things, special effects-wise, but that's not James Cameron going in there and fucking around with the special effects. That's the special effects team. That's what they did. Let's give.
But he directs that though. Like the director is the person that steers the ship. The director is the person that literally has his hands on the fucking wheels. Now, yes, there's going to be movies in which it's directed by the studio. We've seen that before. But when people get mad at Batman v Superman, they're not like, oh well, WB's like, no, they yell at Zack Snyder because he's the director. Like people should yell at David S. Goyer because he's a fucking hack.
What they should yell at is DC Universe for telling Zack Snyder, hey, by the way, bring Wonder Woman in here and fucking kill Doomsday really quick and make sure to stick as much bullshit in his movie as you can. If Zack Snyder would have went in there and made his own movie that he wanted to make, which probably did not include all that stupid ass shit, I bet you Batman v Superman would have been amazing.
I mean, yeah, it was called Little Justice League because he directed the movie he wanted to direct, and you still hate him for that because guess what? If people don't like because the director is an important part. Now, again, that's going to vary from movie to movie. Of course it is. But the director in general is an important part of the fucking of what's going on. That's why whenever you have directors get fired mid-job and someone else takes over, the movie usually falls apart. The best example was that fucking Bohemian Rhapsody fucking documentary where it just falls apart. I don't know how it got best editing because the editing all looked terrible. Yeah. But there was a huge discrepancy between how that fucking movie was received because it, again, mid-director ends up fucking changing. But a director does have an important role. Now, if he said producer, oh, who gives a... No one even knows what a producer does.
No, how dare you? See?
Oh, really? By the way, Jordan Peele produced my fucking opinion.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but here's the thing. You gotta realize that, like, not everything means everything all in uniform. Because you make a point there. Yes. Okay. For that situation, yes. Lots of people that made black movies said, hey, Jordan Peele, he's important, black and horror and blah, blah, blah. Let's use the fuck out of his name. And that was unfair to Jordan Peele. You're absolutely right. But you get Platinum Dunes remakes, and, hey, we can disagree or agree on, like, the quality of those movies. But they all had produced by Michael Bay on them. And they all had the exact same tone and sheen and quality. And it was because of the production. So what you're saying is that
a producer role is important, just like how a director's role is important, but certain aspects can be where the director or the producer is not important. Thank you for agreeing with me.
Okay, for one, that made no sense, and two,
it did, because my entire point with the director is that there's going to be people that aren't going to do the job, and people that their vision literally influences the fucking movie. That's why I brought Zack Snyder. Then when I said producers don't do shit, you're like, well, producers make something look good. So in other words, you're agreeing with my point.
No, because producers actually make the shit look good.
But so do directors.
Sometimes they don't.
Sometimes producers don't do shit.
Yeah, it's almost like it fucking depends on the media.
Yeah,
like
it almost like it depends.
Yeah, but that's why you shouldn't say they don't do shit. It's like, no, sometimes they don't, sometimes
you do. Directors.
No, but like I say with directors too. Some directors do. Like I said, James Cameron. I was like, he's amazing. Like
yeah, but you started off with saying that directors isn't that big of a deal. Then when I said the exact same thing with producers, you tried to correct it.
No, but essentially what I'm trying to say, because look, Alan, you're really scaring me. You're really mad right now, and I just want you to calm down.
No, you just talk so much bullshit that it's just wrapping around itself.
I just want you to calm down. You're really.
I hate you.
And
fuck you. Don't you fucking pull that shit on me. I'm calm.
And I personally, I want to be able to have a nice conversation about this without you yelling at me. So, anyways, as I was saying, you're fucking wrong. All right. No, here's the thing. No, honestly, you make very valid points, and I think we both agree. But at the same time, I do think that every single time there's a movie out, the first thing they bring up is who directed it. Let me see who directed it. It's like, for one, why don't you look at the fucking team of 5 different people and 5 different minds who wrote this shit, and then you'll get an actual idea of how this movie's going to turn out. You look at the Safdie brothers, they write and directed. That's why every one of their movies feels like a Safdie brothers movie. Because
okay, here's a perfect example. Hey guys, Batman v Superman, who wrote that? David S. Goyer. Hey guys, Justice League the Snyder Cut, who wrote that? Not David S. Goyer. Which movie is genuinely seen better? Justice League the Snyder Cut or Batman v Superman?
Batman v Superman. Batman v Superman's way better.
That's not what I asked. I asked which is no. I asked which is better received.
Oh, well, who cares? These fucking fans
that matters because people were like, yeah, because again, there's a lot of problems with Batman v Superman. I don't hate the movie.
I guarantee you the biggest thing about the Zack Snyder Cut that people love is the fact that it came out after the coronavirus, and they're like, oh, we need Thane on TV screen. That's what it was.
It was the people were excited that. By the way, the people that wanted Snyder were so excited, but the people that didn't like Zack Snyder were talking shit about it. The only reason they watched it is because it existed, but people were talking shit for weeks. I was arguing with people all over the fucking internet. And then when it came out, people were like, okay, it was generally well received. It obviously wasn't like a perfect movie, but it kind of just shows how, you're right, how important a writer is. But people are starting to see that because they're starting to look at the writing credits, because that is also fucking important too.
Alan, then you and me are wrong about Mortal Kombat.
How are we wrong? We're not wrong about Mortal Kombat. It's generally well received. It just has a lot of people that, like, the people that are mad at it are really fucking mad at it. But like looking at the numbers in the Metacritic, it's basically almost about the same.
I don't know. Jet. Here's the thing, Jet. You're here, and I'm just gonna try to ignore him now because he's yelled at me. He's called me fat with his eyes.
What?
I'm just saying. We're gonna review some things, but we went on. We're going to, but I'm kind of glad we didn't, to be honest, because I'm gonna be like straight up, guys. I didn't want to do the show. I felt like shit, and I'm tired. And it takes a really good argument to just get me right back into just being energetic and awake. but I'm starting to run out because I'm just seeing all these grown men dressed in fucking suits, these bat suits and Superman capes, and it's just.
No, don't worry. We'll put a couple Freddy costumes on them. They'll be fine.
Yeah, because that actually requires design and like making the prosthetics.
Yeah, because creating Batman's suit doesn't require design.
No, it doesn't. Hey, put this stupid blanket on, cut a hole in it.
Hey, put this sweater on and this hat, and we're gonna make your face a little fucked up.
Hey, Henry Cavill, can you put on my big ass son's fucking pajamas on? Can you put that on? Has a big S on it.
Hey, let's design one of the most iconic suits in entire history. Hey, Jason, what do you want to wear? A shitty hockey mask. Anything else? Nah.
Wait, you don't like hockey players?
No.
Well,
I don't like watching sports. I think for me, it's personally really dull.
I fucking dare you. You're talking about the arts, man. I'm gonna pull a Meryl Streep. I'm gonna pull a Meryl Streep.
Fuck Meryl Streep.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
I never liked her.
It didn't take me long. No, but I'm just saying though, like, fucking sports, you might find it dull, but it's like at least there's an unpredictability about what's gonna happen. You watch superhero shit, it's like that girl, she's on the building, she's gonna fall in 2 seconds. Like fucking, no, help me, Superman.
Okay. You like your sports, I like my fucking comic books. You think that comics are incredibly dull? I like a lot of the nuances and a lot of stuff they take from both their comic history and just real world stuff and how they manage to try to make it fit within a new world. You're like guy who throws ball. That's cool. Everyone likes their own shit.
Hey, here's the thing though. Kirk is, by the way, that's like the second thing that Kirk said that's pro Oscars. I just want to say, because like the other one, he's like, let's do a GoFundMe to send Nick to fucking film school. For one, you get people like Julian out of that fucking place.
Oh,
so
God.
Bad. And like that motherfucker literally thought that movie's length changes because of the frame rate. I'm not joking. That's something happening after hours, and everybody knows it. But that's what film school does to you.
What?
Oh, dude, it was some of the dumbest shit ever.
No.
I know.
Frames is frames per second.
Yeah.
That's how many frames are in a current second that it passes by. The frames per second increasing would not change the length of the fucking movie. The only way it would do that is if you actually manipulated the actual film to run faster.
Exactly. But
that's not the frames per second.
Yeah, but he, film school student guy, Andrew, who tells everybody, I make movies, bro. You don't even understand. But that's what he thought. So.
I'll say something controversial. I think the idea of going to school.
Win. I'm scared.
Oh no! I'll say something controversial. I think art school is a waste of time.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think that if you want to be a writer, a poet, an artist, that doing it yourself, it's like, yes, you probably want to learn a little bit of the fundamentals. You don't need to go and spend however much tuition money at an art school to really know it. Because people are like, well, how can you be a writer and not know the history? It's like, I don't, like, me personally, yeah, I'm a writer. Do I know the fucking history? No. Fuck no. You know why I call myself a writer? Because I spent a lot of time writing and creating stories and reading books for fun and learning how they did it. I read a lot, reading Harry Potter was what helped make me into writing. Because I'm like, this is how commas work, this is how punctuation works, this is how grammar works. Then with school, it's like, normal school taught me how sentence structure works. That's how you do it. Like, the idea of being taught to be creative, to me, blows my fucking mind.
Yeah, because that's literally, you're not taught that. It's such a silly thing, and they're like, let's build a class. Those fucking morons will definitely pay for this, and yeah, they definitely did. Another thing about this shit too is like, I didn't go to film school, I went to drama class because I wanted to be an actor. Believe it or not, fucking crazy.
No, I did the same thing.
And the only thing I learned about it is that apparently I'm not good enough, which, hey, I kind of already felt that, so kind of took a class that taught me something I already fucking know. But then secondly, it's like, it also taught me all the things I don't like about the shit that I had a passion for, and it killed my passion. And I fucking, after that, I was like, I kind of hate movies. I'm going to go watch some dumb shit because who gives a fuck?
Look, as a point, art school helps the networking and resources. True. But the problem is that's not a common thing where it's like, oh yeah, you go there, you get a lot of stuff. Most people don't know how to. They don't teach you that though. They don't teach you how to go out and actually find people to get your art. There are people they already know. Like, there are people that already know the business. They just want something that says, they essentially just want something on their resume saying, I graduated from art school. And it helps, of course it does. But it's not like, again, if you make a portfolio and go to a portfolio company, that will work just as well. Especially again, if you're good, but it's like, I want to, like, the basics, like, yeah, you can learn, but like paying like thousands to, what was it, like 40,000 for tuition there or something crazy like that? That to me, it's like, bro, you could just invest that in yourself and easily be able to create what you want to create. Like with filmmaking, like the most expensive part is getting the materials, but we want to add more onto that when it's like you could just go to videos, you can go and find these people, like volunteer at a movie set. Like, yeah, I know you can't do that as much anymore, but they'll take people they don't have to pay. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Another thing too is like go, if you're gonna go to college and you want to use college or whatever the fuck to help your creative whatever, take classes that are anchor points to whatever you do. Like for instance, like if you're a dude who does music or whatever, one of the things you should probably do is production or video quality classes, or fucking like God, there's like another one I forgot. Like cloth and shit. Like so you can design. So you can design what you want your logo to be, or what you want yourself to be, your clothes, your hairstyle, whatever the fuck. Another thing too, like people who want to do podcasting or want to do movies. Why don't you take a business class to learn how to market yourself, to learn how what it takes to build a budget for a movie. Like, there's things you can do in college to help those, but like art class, like what the fuck, like no.
And by the way, everything he just said right there is applicable to anything. You took a business class doesn't mean it's it's only work for movies. Like you took a business class, which means you know enough about the basics. You're just applying it to a specific point. But you're like, oh yeah, hey, I have a business degree. Can I get a job at your accounting firm? Yeah, that's what our point is. Like here, an interview. Like you can use that anywhere. That's the benefit of taking something that's a craft, where it's like, what am I gonna do for editing? I don't know. Anything, anywhere, everywhere needs editors. Like Nick just is doing a show about editing. Like he didn't go to art school for editing. He just fucking learned how to fucking edit.
Yeah, and I mean, and by the way, like me doing it too got me a show with editing. Usually editing's backward shit, or behind the scenes shit. And I now it's a front of the screen shit. It's like you can turn anything into what you want it to be. You can do, let's say you want to fucking play music and you want to learn instruments. Why don't you learn how to like, fucking build something?
But that's a little bit different. I wouldn't recommend going to art school, but if you want to hire a tutor, yeah, do that. That's not going to cost you $40,000 a year. Like tutors are probably, or tutors can be expensive depending on your level of expertise. But there are plenty of people that will teach you how to play piano, saxophone, any sort of like whatever music like that you can do. And you don't need to go to an art school for that. There are people all over your city that know this shit and just literally are looking for people to teach.
One of the hardest things to do a show with, and we're going to leave right to this, but I do want to put some shit. I'm going to say this again on the show tomorrow on the editing show. Because it is important, and I don't know if anyone even cares to know about me. But like, obviously '90s showed me how to use XSplit. Or as far as broadcasting goes. But as far as like really things that people don't talk about it, like dude, and Alan knows this from experience because he did his own show too. Audio is the most confusing fucking thing in the fucking world. Like,
I hate it.
Yeah, like you might think video is crazy because of 4K and all the gigabytes and all the shit it takes up in space or whatever. No. Audio, it's hard to get right. Like, it's damn near impossible.
Oh, hey, for some fucking reason your recording device took in your webcam instead of, your actual mic. Well, your entire recording is garbage.
Yep, and you won't know until you're fucking done, and it's a whole fucking thing. But like, you know why I know audio? Is because I'm a guitarist. I've had to hook up my amp to mixers, to hook up to dongles, to hook up to new mixers, to hook up to virtual amps, to hook up to the fucking computer. I've had to learn how all these tubes and fucking cords hook up to certain things just because I want to sound like Korn. Because I'm a fucking nerd for Korn. And it literally taught me everything that I've used on shows like today. This morning, when I started the editing show, it didn't work. The audio was fucked up, and I was like, how the fuck do I fix that? I'm pissed off. My Elgato done fucked up the beginning of the show. It's embarrassing. Double Toast is watching, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, wait, what did I do when my amp did that one time? Oh, hit this button. Boom, we're good. I know that from guitar. Nothing to do with podcasts.
Oh, I edit every episode of the Illuminati and every episode of the Nunes podcast. I learned editing by randomly making VMAs on Windows Movie Maker when I was a kid, because I thought VMAs were the height of like editing, like the height of music videos was a VMA.
Yeah.
And then when I had to move on, I do other stuff. I just took those same skills and just applied them to more complex fucking things. Now people love me, oh, you should use Sony Vegas, you use the most normal stuff. Bro, I don't have a fucking connection to any one of these things. I just use whatever's available to me, and the skills transfer. The shit I did on Windows Movie Maker transferred to Sony Vegas. That's why I was able to pick it up so easily. Now I edit everything. If I had more free time, I'd help Nick edit shit.
Yeah, so that's the thing, guys, is like, no matter what you guys do in your own spare time, you can use that. So use that. I cannot believe we got into this big fucking talk over nerd shit, but like, I'm glad we did.
But again, everyone that's like, I want to write a Marvel movie, and which film school do I go to? Don't. Yeah, go find the script to any. Most of them are out there for free. Go find the script to any fucking Marvel movie and read it. Read it, start the first, and create your own. It's gonna suck that first draft. That first draft's gonna be the worst thing you ever read. Get that first, and try to perfect it. Then hide it in a fucking goddamn. This is what when I was in high school. This is I'll never forget this woman because if it wasn't for her, I would have given up writing. But she basically said like, whatever you're gonna write is gonna be trash. Get it, put it in a fucking like drawer, and in 3-4 years, go back and look at it. No matter how good you think that draft is, it's gonna suck compared to your future shit as long as you stick to it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I took it out and almost burned it. Oh my god, it was so bad. I'm never gonna tell anyone about that story. Holy shit.
Yeah, I done some pretty bad shit too, and it accidentally got deleted. I really wish I still had them around because
Oh, I know. I'm glad that's gone. Oh my god. One day, if I'm like a famous writer, I want to tell that story. Be like, yeah, I'm never writing that story. But can't you make it better? You're right, but it's too painful.
Yeah. No, but it's good though. It's good to have that. You need a foundation of failure to have success. I think sometimes.
Exactly.
I mean, there's obviously times where you can just be successful, but like I'm gonna be honest, the easiest way to do it is to create equity within yourself and be like, okay, like what can I do? I'm gonna invest my time. I'm gonna invest my failures into finding out that sweet spot of how to make it. So yeah, always do that, guys. Don't give up. But you though, Mr. Alan Shiggins, you can tell people where to find you on that beautiful thing that you edit for that particular Facebook Metropolis Collective.
Alrighty then. So yes, if you can, please drop a like at the Metropolis Collective. We literally just had an episode for the Illuminati podcast where we talk about all sorts of basically the big stuff that's going on, the Matt Gates fiasco, more cryptocurrency. We talk shit about vegans because that's our favorite pastime. I fucking hate vegans, and I go into specific reasons of why I fucking hate vegans. So be sure to check that out. The Venus Podcast had their episode yesterday. So if you want K-pop, be sure to check that out. The Horror Hole has an episode coming out tomorrow. Basically, every single day, there's at least one premiere or something going on. All this stuff's archived. All this stuff's on the Spotify playlist. We're uploading it basically weekly, so be sure to check that out.
Oh, yes. With that said, the music has not begun. We are out of here. Goodbye, everybody. We love you guys. I ain't going to spend a whole lot of time talking about
I think that blue goodness gave me diarrhea.
How much of that blue goodness did you drink?
What the fuck do you mean? You just drink blueberry juice or like what are you drinking?
It's Bolt House Farms Blue Goodness, 8 servings of fruit per bottle.
8 servings of fruit seems like a lot.
Yeah, let me have that NyQuil.
8 servings is a lot because that's apples. That's like 8 apples.
Yeah.
How big is that bottle?
See, 4 servings per container.
That's a big difference, yeah.